Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Writes and I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. The adorable art in my thumbnail is by cat-saturn on Tumblr. I will link their socials in the description box below. So I sat down to write and wrote a little bit on my other two stories, but then I had this idea that I intended to be just a one-shot, but when I started writing, that's not the direction it's going. I just have so many ideas to get out. So, I hope you enjoy part 1 of Fashion Forward. Marinette Dupin Cheng, 25 years old, successful businesswoman. Marinette, you've got a call on line 1. It's from a fashion brand in New York. Marinette immediately stopped working on the mock-up wedding dress she was creating to stare at the blonde girl who delivered the message. Surprisingly, Marinette and Chloe were business partners and had become pretty good friends as well. A few years back, Chloe decided to branch away from her father's money and earn some for herself. Marinette happened to need a model and secretary for her own brand that was climbing in popularity. Now they were colleagues working out of a small studio in a bustling district in downtown Paris. Really? New York? Thank you, Chloe, I'll get that right away. As soon as she left the half-dressed mannequin, she immediately tripped over her tape measurer, barely catching her balance. Chloe crossed her arms over her stylish blouse and shook her head, long blonde hair swishing on either side of her. Some things never change. Collect yourself, girlfriend. We could have a lot potentially riding on this. Don't screw it up. Chloe smirked, then left the room. The young designer took a deep breath and then answered line 1. Hello, Divine Designs by Marinette. Marinette speaking. Good morning, miss. An attractive male voice greeted her over the phone. My name is Adrien Agreste, and I represent Agreste Apparels in Manhattan, New York. A lump was in Marinette's throat. Agreste Apparel? Ever since before she began her career, the Agreste brand and its creator, Gabriel Agreste, served as a major source of inspiration, even though their brand concepts were drastically different. She struggled to contain her excitement. Hello, Mr. Agreste. How may I help you? He chuckled. Please, call me Adrien. Mr. Agreste is my father. Sorry, She cleared her throat, thinking, this isn't going well. I'm sorry, Adrien. So, how can I help you? She peered at her watch, aware of the time difference. It had just turned 2:30, which meant it was 8:30 a.m. in New York. Mr. Agreste has become aware of your presence on social media and is quite impressed, especially with your work in the wedding gown industry. He believes there may be a collaboration opportunity combining our respective styles. It made Marinette feel slightly uncomfortable how formal Adrien spoke with her. She always strived to be a professional and had an amazing working relationship with many brands, several of which becoming her clients at some point. This guy had to be around her age, so she didn't enjoy all of the formalities. She ignored her feelings about that and said, Wow, I don't know what to say. That's such an incredible opportunity. Then say yes. His voice sounded smug. Okay, she exclaimed, but let's talk first. What did you have in mind? Of course. I'm sure you're aware that our brand focuses on dark color schemes and avant-garde fashion. We would love to combine your feminine aesthetic with our style to create an extravagant, unusual wedding dress to premiere at New York Fashion Week in February. You, of course, can choose the model you would like to wear the dress so you can have her measurements. In regards to payment, we will send you and the model 15,000 euros up front and the other half when the dress is completed. In addition, you will receive a 20% commission on sales if we have extra orders for a replica of that dress. He took a deep breath after his speech. Marinette, flabbergasted, noticed Chloe peeking around the corner of her office door in curiosity. So, what do you say? There was hesitation in his voice. How could Marinette say anything other than, Yes, that sounds perfect! I am looking forward to working with you. She was sure he would know she was smiling like an idiot just from the sound of her voice, but she didn't care. Since graduating high school, Marinette had created a 10-year plan for conducting business. Before creating Divine Designs, she ran a successful Etsy shop selling everything from DIY projects, clothes, and small trinkets. Her younger self could never imagine such an opportunity coming her way. Excellent. I will let Mr. Agreste know. That is the second time he referred to his father as Mr. Agrest. Weird. What is the best way to contact you? Marinette thought for a second. While she did have a cell phone, she typically didn't answer it. She was much too busy, which may sound like a humble brag, but it's the truth. Chloe generally answered all of her calls. Just DM me on Insta at Divine Designs Marinette. That's your best bet, she said as she grabbed a sticky note to take down his information. My account is at Adrien Models. I'll be in touch. Marinette wrote the username on the purple sticky note, sticking it to her desktop computer. Adrien hung up and she was going to buzz Chloe into her office on the intercom, but there was no need. She had been trying to eavesdrop anyway. So, don't just keep me waiting. What did he say? The impatient blonde tapped her foot, feeling anxiety rising in her chest. Though it was Marinette's business, any move she made in those respects could greatly affect her as well. Chloe, you may want to pack your bags. We're going to New York. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this, so if you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you're not already. Stay miraculous!